but I do take a walk outside. Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a little walk right now. And maybe you have a normal route that you take. And, for those
Hmm.
people watching or listening, kind of picture in your mind's eye what we're going through. And you can take your own walk wherever you are, whether it's warm or
Sure. Yeah.
cold or whatever. So maybe turn down a street that you're familiar with, but you don't really go down that street a lot. And you sort of stop and you notice this house, and you're like, I think I've seen that house before, but I really haven't stopped and noticed the door and the shutters and the roof line. Are you imagining that right now?
I am.
Good. Well, the funny thing is, and right now we mentioned that it's cold, the front door is open, and you're like, whoa, that's kind of weird. I wonder why that front door is open. And as you look inside the front door in the entryway is like a stick leaned up against the wall, kind of where you would turn the light switch on. It's like not like it's kind of rough, like a club, not like a golf club or anything. But you're thinking to yourself, I wonder if somebody broke into the house. That's kind of strange. Maybe I should do something about that. Can you picture that?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'm just following you here. Yeah.
Okay, great. So now I want you to forget about that one. That's one scenario. The next scenario is you stop at the house and that door is open, but you just kind of get this feeling that something fun is going on inside. And there's probably a party or a get together going on, and they've left the door open because, hey, it's just family and friends, and they're just going to walk in and join the party. It's probably happening in the kitchen where everything usually happens. And it's just got a real different vibe than that first one. So that's number two. The third one, and we'll forget about the first two for now, is you approach that house and you look around the yard and you're like, okay, this is really strange because this is not the time to be planting things. But all these little holes are dug around the yard. And like there's like a shovel or a spade leaned up against the tree. And again, that front door is open, there's nobody around. And you're thinking, okay, either they're looking for hidden treasure, they're the worst timing gardener in the history of planting things. I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, that's number three. We got one more. The last one is you've decided to take a walk at just the right hour of the day, and the sun is at a perfect angle to reflect off of that entryway. The door is still open, and that entryway is like it's been polished. It's very clean. It's like sparkling like diamonds, and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I had a zoom lens on my phone. I'd be taking a picture of that. So that's your four scenarios. The first one is the stick or the club leaned up against the wall, the house opened up, inviting family and friends, those holes dug around the yards, or the sparkling floor. Which one of those do you want to go with today? Which one of those kind of felt like the right direction for you?
The last one.
The last one, the floor sparkling like diamonds. Well, I don't know what everybody else was doing. Maybe somebody else chose a different one, but hey, you're the host and we're going to go with yours. So
Okay.
you are very intrigued by what this floor looks like. And so you approach the front door and you realize there's some steps that lead up to that front porch. There's actually 13 steps. How many steps do you get up, Robin, before you call out and go, hey, is there anybody there?
As soon as I walk in the door, I don't wait to get to the steps.
Oh, well, you've got to go up some steps and you're going to
Okay.
stop.
Well,
This
let's
is part of
say
the-
halfway through. Halfway through.
Okay, so halfway, if there's 13, that's 6 or 7. Which one do you think?
6.
6. Okay. So we went through all these scenarios, and I don't know if you know this or not, or if you saw, but there's a deck of cards right behind me on the table. And I'm going to pick up this deck of cards. And the interesting thing is I gave you 4 scenarios. The first one I said there was a club leaned up against the wall.
Here's the club.
The next one was family and friends, loved ones, heart. The third one, I actually said there was a spade leaned up against the tree. And then the last one, I said the floor was sparkling like diamonds. So you probably didn't even know that you were picking a suit. You picked the diamonds. And then I told you that there were 13 steps. And so if ace is low, ace through king, there are 13 positions. And we bantered back and forth. You said about the middle. I said 6 or 7. I gave you a free choice. You ended up on the 6. So in effect, what you did through this story, and again, the folks listening may have picked something completely different, but I've had this deck of cards in full view the whole time. As I started to explain, I'm just going to go through and look at these cards. And the interesting thing is, Robin, there is one card and one card only that's turned around.
I see that.
And if I pull that card out, that would be pretty crazy
If it was the 6 of diamond.
if that was the 6 of diamonds.
Wow. Wow, this is crazy. How did you do that?
It was, you chose your adventure, Robin.
There you go.